Привіт усім, з вами Рок. І сьогодні ми разом з Генрі поряд з Лігвом млинаря Крейцля. Ну, його посіпак, звісно. Ми вже дуже довго робимо завдання для Крейцля. Останнє це Magnum Opus, воно взагалі величезне вийшло. Нагадаю, для млинаря ми спочатку викрали в ратуші сувій. Ну, забрали його одяг тут, в лазнях, ще по дорозі. Потім з гробарем ходили, збирали падло і знайшли яму десь тут в Аполлоні, і здається, вона ось тут. Точно не пам'ятаю, в Аполлені. Так, і в останньому цьому завданні ми спочатку знайшли компаньйонку в таборі кочівників для коморника Ульріха, але вона відмовилась робити своє завдання на весіллі. І Генрі довелося самому шукати книжку вже в тросках. В тросках він її знайшов, і вона впала в нужник. Ось сюди. Провалилася вниз, ми її там знайшли, і знайшли уже неживого, як він там називався, Нікварда, пана Нікварда Лібака. Тобто це дуже велике завдання, і я сподіваюся, в нього буде великий фінал. Так, ну що ж, підійдемо біля Лігва, поговоримо, що тут відбувається. Ну, а все для цього ми шукали селітру. Крейцель хоче зробити голема з борошна. Або з тіста, скоріш за все. Принаймні він це розказував Генрі. Позбутися виду твоєї спотеличної фізіономії, ні за що. Так, нове завдання. Розкажи, що відбувається, ти мене вб'єш.
Like always. You'll send me off somewhere to look for something, and you'll have a fancy speech to go with it.
He knows you now as well as we do,
знає не гірше за нас Бонка і Зіник.
True enough. But no, today things will be different. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found two new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
Ну, нічого не скажемо.
First of all, I rather like them legs of his. And secondly, I think we've put him through enough suffering. This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot.
Tactic.
And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists, our Magnum Opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum Opus. The great work of
Велике,
alchemy.
не тільки алхімічне,
You're trying to
взагалі
make the
велике
philosopher's
діяння.
stone.
I see you've learned something
Успіх.
after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Золото, гроші, зброю, еліксир безсмертя.
Some kind of weapon?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Actually, he's pretty spot on, although weapons were our last order of business. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything
Ну,
living and
сильно
dead.
розумний.
And I had a lot
Гробар
of
нам так і
questions
сказав,
about everything.
зарозумний.
Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical
Ну і
nonsense
купу
for
грошей
me
за
to
це
realize
віддати
I
ще
wouldn't learn
потрібно було.
anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
So they kicked you out?
I didn't give them the pleasure. I
Сам
left
пішов.
myself. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
Ну, в середньовіччі так, в основному релігійні
You mean alchemy?
догми.
Exactly. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a
І
new
почав
life.
нове життя.
What did your parents say when you returned from your studies?
My mother had already passed away. All my father said
Я
was,
знав, що ти
I knew you'd
повернешся.
be back.
А, ну,
And he sent me the whole
зрозуміло.
sacks of flour. I think in the end he was glad to have someone to take over the mill from him. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
Це
As you might expect,
відчайдушний.
it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning
Ну,
next to
власне,
me. A
інгредієнти
gust of
для,
wind scattered the mixture. And all of a sudden,
для
bang! Well, shit
набоїв.
myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a
пороху.
miracle. Explosive black powder.
So I was right. You're making weapons.
No, it's about much more than that. We're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnig did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes
був нашим списком покупок.
Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We can believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here
Книга.
at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on
Зайняв
our
черю в
journey to
нашій
satisfy
подорожі,
our hunger
щоб
for
отримати голод
knowledge.
знань.
A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do.
Ну, сподіваюсь, це не Генрі доведеться робити. Йому пальці ще
Finish his
потрібні.
book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Before we get started, there's something I want to know. This book, Feuerwerkbuch, what's written in it?
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. How to mix it in the proper ratio. How to store it. How to light it properly. And especially how to use it in warfare. Because that's the most important part, after all.
Do you really need that much saltpeter?
We do. Saltpeter makes up almost 3/4 of the mixture. Not even all the cows in the
Ну, по
region
масі
could
так.
produce enough for us once we really get started with manufacturing.
What is it you're going to do with this powder?
During wartime, like it is now, a flammable and explosive mixture like this has more uses than you can imagine. If we had a few big barrels of the stuff, we could
Ну, могли б
demolish
за бажання
Trotsky
навіть
if we
знищити
wanted to.
Троцькі.
and maybe we will.
All of us here are truly passionate about the idea of a new world, and now it's within our grasp.
Та така зібрались такі.
What is it you studied at the university?
I was supposed to become a preacher.
That fits you.
Проповідник
Maybe
вийшов
you'd
би
even be a good
преславний.
preacher.
Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't.
God has a path prepared for each of us. And each of us here decided not to follow it.
I was supposed to be a dyer, but I was too lazy to work
Фарбувальником.
6 days a week and soak my hands in lye.
I was supposed to become a nun, but I didn't want to give up the booze and fellas.
And I've already told you everything. The world is what you make it.
How did a scholar and an alchemist become a thief?
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no chance of getting a decent place to sleep or even something to
Розуміло.
eat. Learning to shop with 5 fingers was the first requirement for survival. We're all masters of our own destiny.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed, it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new
Прекрасний
world.
новий світ. Великим відкриттям. Так. Щось буде страшне, напевно. Незважаючи на те, що це десь там, ну, це лігво взагалі за річкою, але, я думаю, почують, напевно, навіть в тросках. Або принаймні в Семені. Подалі треба відійти. Ага, прикрий вуха. Дуже близько стали. Мишка.
Looks like it ain't working.
I'd say it works just fine.
Пройшло чудово.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
Справились. Ого. О, все піднялось на світі.
Krayzel?
The fuse didn't catch immediately.
I told you there's no need to dip it in resin and wax. Better to use rushes boiled in wine.
Very well, if you say so. We'll try rushes next time.
I'd also like to take a look at that book, Krayzel.
In due time, Piney. In due time.
Black powder? I'd never have expected that from Krayzel.
Imagine, that monarch of ours is half deaf.
That dog of yours? What does that have to do with the
Чорт,
gunpowder magazine?
порохівня.
Just that I was wondering that the explosions didn't bother him at all. At least he won't suffer here. And now I'm not surprised he was so unhappy with that bastard Vasarik. Hey, how did you know what we were actually doing?
I didn't exactly.
But you said weapons. How did you find out?
Ми десь
Did we let
проговорились.
it slip somehow?
Ну, взагалі,
It was clear to me the moment I saw that book. I figured the illustrations were about either painting the walls with something to make them invisible, or demolishing them with some kind of flames.
Whew! That means it's all on Krayzel, and I played my role properly. Anyway, you did a damn fine job. You deserve a
заслужив
nickname from me,
прізвисько.
like I promised. We're going to call you Sourdough.
Sourdough?
Well, when you came here, you were kind of
Ясний сірий, нічого
unrefined,
особливого.
grey, nothing much. But as you gained experience, you rose and rose until you've risen into a companion we need not be ashamed of. Take care then, Sourdough.
Ну,
And come
закваска.
back and visit
Забігай час
sometime.
від часу.
God be with you. And wash up a bit. You look awful.
Так, з ним поговорили, де там? Ще з Зіником і з Крейцлем треба буде поговорити. О, вони вже тут розчистили. Алхімічний стіл, якщо потрібно. Цікаво.
You silly doggy.
Так, Зіник тут, а Крейцель, напевно, назад на млин пішов. Треба було з ним спочатку говорити.
Black powder? Well, now.
You didn't expect that, eh?
I'm not so stupid that I wouldn't realise you're not just milling wheat here.
Bollocks! But it is true, you did guess right that we was
Ми
making
виготовляли
weapons.
зброю.
Anyways, I hope the miller gives us a bit of extra coin now things has finally worked out.
Ah, in the worst case, you can go back to licking the walls of pigsties.
But next time you'll be coming with me. See you soon, my friend.
Ну і все.
I'll be with you and have a pleasant evening.
Так, немає тут про що більше говорити. Так, завдання ми виконали. Ну, залишилось тільки основне, але пан Ганс поки трохи почекає. Нам ще потрібно поговорити з Востатиком, він на весіллі нас просив поговорити. Крім того, розказати всім, хто знав того пана Лібеха, що його вже немає. Ну і ще в нас є якесь нове завдання. Барви смерті, це якесь з доповнень видно. Так, тоді зранку коло Востатека, бо, скоріш за все, він вже А, ні, спочатку Крейцля, якщо він ще не спить, а якщо спить, то тоді біля нього. Через секунду в якомусь з цих двох місць. Секунда пройшла, Крейцель тут, перед млином. Так.
We've been through a lot together. Will you finally tell me more about yourself?
Have you not grown tired of all this constant questioning? I've told you plenty already. And if I left something
Тому
out,
що ми не були на те
it
причини.
was for a good reason.
Well, I know about the university, the alchemy, your desire to change the world. But I don't know
Досі
anything
не
about you
знаю,
as a
що за
person.
людина.
That's a question I'd like to know the answer to myself. To find yourself and who you really are. Isn't that the only true meaning of life?
Так.
I have a few more questions about thievery.
You know I don't like that ugly word. What do you want to know
Ти
about
хочеш знати
art?
про мистецтво.
What should I wear to be inconspicuous?
Something dark and drab would be best. It won't exactly command respect, but at least people won't pay you much attention.
Ти ж
Who'd notice
запам'ятай
someone
якогось
so
обірванця.
shoddily dressed? Just don't go wearing fancy clothes around tramps or shoddy rags around nobles. You have to be like a ghost that nobody knows about. And a ghost shouldn't get their hands dirty, or bloody for that matter.
I've been known to be a bit noisy. How do I stay quiet?
Only a fool goes robbing in full
В
armor.
повному
Better
обладунку.
to take off your chainmail before you go climbing through someone else's window. And tread lightly.
Розказував
Not
про
only will you
големів
not make a
якихось,
racket,
отже ж.
but you just might hear the fella in the other room get up to take a piss.
Well, a weapon in hand won't do me much good, but I feel more confident with it.
Seems like everyone does nowadays. But if you're not looking to draw attention, a dagger in your belt will do just fine. All you need in your hand is a lockpick
Відмичка та
and a
мішок
bag
для
for valuables.
здобичі.
Well, it's best to keep your hands free. If you get caught where you're not supposed to, neither a dagger nor a lockpick in hand will look too good.
How should I handle light properly?
Most guards and people you meet at night are either blind or drunk. The night is your friend. Stick to where the light doesn't shine. Dark clothing help out as well. And only a complete idiot doesn't put away their torch while robbing. And if you know how, brew yourself a Nighthawk. It tastes like piss, but it'll help you see better
Допоможе
and
краще
keep you from
бачити і
being seen.
ховатися. І є в
How
нас
should I
там
plan a
друга,
robbery?
якщо
Most people have the same
потрібно
routine
буде.
every day. Pay attention to people's behavior. Who goes where and which way. When they rest and when they go to bed. When are they usually drunk? When you get to know your victim, you'll know when they'll be home and when they won't. And where you're sneaking into someone's house.
Лізь через
Back
заднє
window.
вікно.
Don't go for the front door.
Так,
That's
це
all.
все.
Thanks for the advice. That's all.
Так.
You really led me on about the gunpowder magazine, didn't you? A golem made of dough,
Голим
souls
з тіста.
inside saltpeter,
Душі в
the
селі,
secrets of light
таємниці
and
світла й
shadow.
тіні.
That was all just empty talk, wasn't it?
Not exactly. It's all based on the real philosophy of the Jewish Kabbalah. I studied the writings of Bonaventura and Dietrich von Freiberg, but it was never in my interest to put their theories into practice. But they worked brilliantly as a cover-up, don't you think?
I really thought you'd have a golem made from dough walking around the mill, or that I could become invisible.
Nah, but black powder is no less a miraculous creation.
Ну,
So
але
for the last
принаймні
time,
реальний.
Crazel, what now?
I'll do what I promised, and what will most likely be my fate. I'm going to gather together all the knowledge I've acquired and finish Black Berthold's book. I'll finish his opus.
Uh-huh. And what about me?
That's up to you, Henry. You're a
Ти
free
вільна
man.
людина.
Lord Samin has no hold over you, and never did. You know, the inevitability of God's plan takes no interest in people like you and me. We'll always be little people. Beneath it all.
Перепочувайся
That
непотрібним.
sounds somehow hopeful in a peculiar way, I'd say. Now I'm even happier about the great thing we've accomplished here.
The ideal conclusion, I'd say. Maybe it's time to carry sacks at a different mill. But if you're
Щось
still
тобі
interested
носить
in
на іншому
learning a
млині.
bit more, drawing from the well of alchemical knowledge,
I know where to find you.
indeed.
Стоп. Ще не все.
So how about that book of yours, Crazel?
Wouldn't you like to know?
All secretive again, are we? I thought we got past that.
Sorry, Henry. Force of
Сила
habit.
звички.
My great work is complete. I picked up where Black Bertolt left off and brought his conclusions to a close. I believe that my work will lay the foundations of a new world.
А, от чого там в книжці три
Forever
крапки
reign over
було.
darkness.
Типу, вона не
Sounds
закінчена
interesting.
робота.
Could I at least get a peek?
Sorry, Henry, but that won't happen. If anyone heard about the book, the church
Як
would be
гончак за
after me like a
кролем.
dog
Ну,
after a
скоріш за
rabbit.
все.
I hid the original so well, even you wouldn't be able to find it. Believe me, I made an effort.
You know I'd never tell anyone about it.
What if you were tortured, huh? No. You can never be too sure. I even made an exact copy, just to be safe. That was even more work than we had with the original.
So maybe you could lend me this copy.
It's no longer here. I paid a messenger to take it to Kuttenberg, to someone I owe a lot to.
Комусь вже відправив. Та чекай. Де копія?
Crazel, where's the copy?
In the good hands of a messenger who'll hand it over to Hermes Trismegistos. You're not going to catch that fella. He set off straight for Kuttenberg.
Who's Hermes Trismegistos?
That I will not tell you.
Well, I hope your courier arrived safely and didn't lose such a rarity to a common thief on the way.
Так.
What's new around here?
Nothing much, lad. At least I haven't heard about anything.
Угу.
I'd like to learn-
Well, I can't now.
Прийди пізніше. Ну, це зараз ніч. Нічого тут цікавого немає. Нарешті ми вже договорили з ними усіма. Тут завдання просто на бійку. Нічого цікавого. Тут в таборі теж нескінченні ті завдання, вони нам не потрібні. Так, тому на ранок у Востатека. Через секунду там. Секунда пройшла, ми поряд з Востатиком. Нагадаю, ми на весіллі не дали йому напитися, і він попросив нас з ним поговорити.
Henry, it's good to see you. Listen, would you like to stop by sometime? After all that's happened, I could really use someone to talk to.
Sure. I'll stop by when I have the time. Why don't we go and have a seat somewhere now?
Aye, I did. Come, let's have a seat outside, so we can admire the view at least. Henry, tell me something. How do you cope? When I asked you to kill those poachers, you went and did it without any remorse.
Ну, напевно... Навіть не знаю.
Well, there's no point crying over them. There are people in this world we could all do without.
Sure, but who's the judge of that? Some people don't deserve to die, but someone kills them anyway.
Why do you ask?
Being von Bergau's huntsman isn't my only
Не
job.
єдина
From
робота.
time to time, he gives me a different task.
What do you mean by that?
The first time was 2 winters ago. The Chamberlain summoned me one night, said he needed something taken care of. The lass couldn't have been older than 15.
О, зрозуміло, це зовсім...
I saw young Sir Jan being dragged away from her.
Jan?
Von Bergau's son. He's at Sbarrow now. So you couldn't have met him. I don't know what they told her, but she rode behind me obediently. I brought her deep into the woods, and then, when you shoot a deer, and it doesn't make a sound, you know you did a good job. It didn't suffer, you know? But this lass shrieked like a banshee.
You killed her?
Was I supposed to refuse an order from my lord?
Why did von Bergov have her killed?
When I came over to her, as she was laying on the ground, screaming, to put her out of her misery, that's when I saw it.
Цікаво, це
She was with child.
Білосніжка і мисливець.
I reckon she was
Вона
carrying
була
Jan's
при надії.
bastard, and von Bergau was against it.
Who was this girl?
I don't know. I reckon I saw her a few times at the castle. A maid, I suppose. She had hair like straw and blue eyes. I keep seeing her in my dreams.
So that wasn't the only time you had to do something like that?
It wasn't. Usually they just give me a body to get rid of in the woods. The
Зазвичай
wolves
тіла.
take care of it. But this was different. It haunts my dreams. The only time I forget about it is when I'm drunk senseless.
I didn't expect you were going to tell me something like that.
Да,
If there's anything I can
якщо
do to help
чесно,
you,
зовсім
let me
інше.
know.
That's all right, Henry. Lending your ear is more than enough.
Does your family know?
I told Zlata, but not Vitek. The lad is young. He shouldn't have to worry about things like that. But enough talk, Henry. Thanks for sitting here with me. And one more thing. I'd appreciate if you didn't tell anyone about this.
You have my word.
Гарний вид. Взагалі в нього гарна така хатинка. Купляєш вовчі вуха і чогось навчити. Ну і все тоді. Так, тоді у нас ще є трохи поговорити в замку Троски, розказати про того пана Нікварда, всім, хто казав, де його шукати, де він взагалі подівся. Ну що ж, тоді через секунду в Тросках. Секунда пройшла, замок Троски. Перший, з ким ми поговоримо, це шпигун. 𝕋𝕒𝕥𝕥𝕠𝕠
Lord be with you.
I just came to tell you I found Nіквард.
Does he still need that task of me?
No. Nіквард
Пішов
is
сам
dead.
з цим розбиратися, та сили не
He
розрахував.
overestimated his strength when he set out to do it himself.
Oh, so I'm in luck. It must have been a harder task than I thought. Where did he go?
Outside Trotsky beneath the privies, below the crone.
You mean outside the walls?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if I'd known...
What's happened, happened.
He wasn't killed by a spy, by any chance?
Точно не
Oh,
шпигун.
give it over.
Never mind then.
Thanks for telling me.
Напевно, було помилкою давати йому справжній меч. Я так собі думаю. Так, нам ще в нагороду Крейцель дав рецепт для пороху. Рецепт пороху. Для стрільби свинцем. Сірка, селітра, вугілля. Ну, зрозуміло, і вода. А, до речі, цікаво. Цікаво, що він тут, цей рецепт. Це якби алхімія. Так, наступна це кухарка в дівиці чи стариці, я їх плутаю. Напевно, дівиці. Стариця це ніби ця. Через секунду там. Секунда пройшла. Ми на місці, кухарка перта.
I came to tell you I found Nіквард.
Will he come and pick up his medicine?
He won't need it anymore. He's dead.
My God! It must have
Напевно,
been
непростий
something more
розлад
serious
шлунку
than
то був.
indigestion then. Demons?
No. He just overestimated his strength.
How sad. But thanks for telling me. I'll pray for his soul.
Так, і служниця. Ще яка поряд з кімнатою пана птачика. Через секунду коло неї. Секунда пройшла. І ось і служниця Регіна.
Good afternoon.
I came to tell you I found Nіквард. Well, he's dead. He overestimated his strength on his little excursion.
I won't lie. I'm so relieved.
Ну,
Thanks for stopping
кому
by.
як. Так, далі коморнику можна розповісти, бо він тут розпорядник.
Greetings. What would you like?
Does the name Nіквард Libak ring a bell?
Yes, but I haven't seen him for a long time. What about him?
Nікварd is lying dead outside Trotsky Castle walls, where the guardhouse privies are. He apparently overestimated his strength while, on his little excursion.
Останньої вправи.
Are you serious? My God. I'll send someone there immediately.
Так. І останній це писар. Десь він тут живе. Через секунду коло нього. Секунда пройшла. Ми в вежі на горі.
I came to tell you I managed to find Nіквард.
Where did that madman wander off to this time?
He's dead. I found him lying below the privy outside Trotsky Castle. Poisoned, exhausted,
Або
or
знесилення.
both.
Складно сказати.
Hard to say.
My God. Nick, you fool. Did you report it to the Chamberlain?
Yes. I've
Вже
already told him.
сказали.
That's good. Thank you. What about that book?
About that book?
You know what? I couldn't care less about that
Пеклі
blasted
бачив цю
book.
чортову
That
книгу.
cursed tome. I'll actually be glad if I never get my hands on it. Forgive me.
Все навіть добре вийшло. Тобто книга йому навіть не потрібна. Ми її, правда, віддали вже Крейцлю, але про це йому знати не обов'язково. Так, і що? У нас залишилось основне завдання, і крім того є другорядне барви смерті, яке ми і почнемо. Краще другорядні поробити, принаймні тут в околицях тросок. Через секунду там. Секунда пройшла. І ми поряд з замком троски. Тут біля цього барви смерті. Там хтось прив'язаний стоїть, напевно, розпочнеться якийсь ролик. Підходимо тоді обережно.
My fault again. Of course.
А з ким він говорить? Ніби ні з ким. А, ну таки розпочалося. О, димка он стоїть, далеченько стоїть так. Добре видно.
Tried everything, you know. It's hopeless. For God's sake, can't you be quiet even for a moment?
Генрі так.
I never gave up. I just wanted to get out of here.
But
А, череп.
Don't you play games with me. You can count yourself lucky I'm tied up.
О, Генрі.
What a stroke of luck. You turned up just at the right moment, lad.
Так. Саме вчасно Генрі вже
What are you
думає, чи
doing here?
підходити, чи ні.
Well, nothing much. I was standing around when someone decided to tie a tree to me. It's awful. Jesus Christ be praised.
А, так про всяк випадок. Типу, що не
Forever and
демон.
ever.
Would you be so kind?
Цікаво.
Sure. Why not?
О, вовк.
It's lucky you happened to pass by when you did, lad. I hate to think what beasts might be lurking in that forest.
Серед вдень. Це для сюжету скоріше.
I'm, watching your back, friend. You can count on that.
Можеш на це покластися. Ну,
Don't let them
Генрі
bite you.
вже
I heard it hurts.
переможець вовків
Good
і захисник овець.
Will you untie me, please?
Так, залишились вовчики. Репко знайшов вовка, якому тільки що вбили. Молодець.
The rules are wrong, so untie me, will you?
О, ковбаска тут. Ну, це не красти, так що можна забирати.
Could you untie me now, please? It's not easy to talk with my hands bound. Could you please untie me?
Треба ж розв'язати.
Thank you, lad. I'd like to embrace you now that I finally can.
Та нормально.
That's all right.
Генрі весь в крові.
What do they call you?
Henry of Scalis. And you are...
Magister Voiticus ex Aretus.
Войтикус.
A pleasure to meet you, Henry.
It's a pleasure.
For me too, friend. More and more so.
Listen, you, Voity...
You know what? Better call me Voiter.
Всі зве мене
It'll
Войтиком.
be quicker.
So, what were you doing with that skull, Voiter? Was it my imagination, or were you talking to it?
Well, sometimes I just do that to sort out my
Розмальований.
thoughts. Better than
Розмальований.
talking to myself. Don't you think?
There might be something to that. Just recently, I was talking to a ram.
Вас згадали за
I hope
вовків.
you were only talking.
О, сподіваюсь, що лише розмовляв.
Where did you actually get that skull?
Let's say it's my personal muse. It notices things I can't see and tells me about them so I can paint them. I'm a painter, you see? And apart from a
Нормально.
few unpleasant moments lately,
Ми,
I spend
здається,
most of my time over there at the castle.
в замку
And you were looking for
Було
inspiration by the
приміщення.
tree, or what?
Of course not. I ended up there
художника,
partly because of my
але
own
нікого там не було
curiosity
всередині, крім
and
котика.
partly because of the rash nature of others.
Do you always talk this vaguely?
Only when I'm trying to look imposing.
Справді не найліпше
You
перше
know,
враження.
with my hands tied
Це
behind my
точно.
back, I didn't make the best first impression, and I'd like to make up for it.
Втрачену репутацію.
Believe it or not, I've had even stranger encounters.
Really? Then you have to tell me about them, but preferably another time and place.
So what is your name then? Voiter, or that Voity something?
Well, that depends on who I'm talking to and where. But for you, I'm simply Voiter. Nothing else is worth mentioning or appropriate to say.
So you work at Trotsky? What exactly do you do there?
What would a painter do? With brush and paints, I bring beauty to where there was only emptiness. In short, pretty much everything. Restoring the murals in the banquet hall, a few new shields for the castle garrison, and mostly decorating parchments. My opus Magnum still awaits me. Only time will tell what that will be, but hopefully it will reward my years of toil.
All right. So what exactly happened to you? And try to make it clear.
They nearly shot me, then beat me up, and finally tied me to a tree. That's what happened.
You know what? Tell me the whole story nicely from the beginning.
Actually, this whole day got off to a bad start. I went for a walk to Slatego. The scenery there is lovely, and I needed to clear my head a bit. But imagine, an arrow almost hit me. These two fellows had set up an archery range among the trees, but they somehow failed to notice they were next to the road. By way of apology, they invited me over, gave me a bit of wine to calm my nerves, and one of them offered to play dice. But he seemed to win suspiciously often, if you get what I mean.
He was a cheat, eh?
Mm-hmm. I noticed he was secretly turning the dice, and naturally, I got angry. But instead of apologizing, he started shouting at me, and his mate whacked me over the head with a stick. And then I woke up here.
Where exactly did all this happen?
Like I said, at the crossroads north of Slatego. Those two had set up camp among the trees, right next to the path.
Well, you're pretty lucky you survived at all.
Luck had nothing to do with it. It's all thanks to you, my friend.
Don't mention it. I was happy to help you.
Really? Then maybe you could help me one more time. It certainly wouldn't be for free.
And what exactly am I supposed to help you with?
Leaving me here for the wolves apparently wasn't enough for those two. They robbed me as well. Just look around.
Can you even tell if something's missing in this mess?
Yes, my dice, and especially my set of brushes. I could live without the dice, but I can't paint with chicken feathers.
Курячим пір'ям точно. Треба підняти.
All right. I'll help you. But I won't do it for free.
I wouldn't ask that of you, my friend.
All right. I'll make damn sure those two give everything back.
Thank you so much. But if I may ask, try to persuade them by words, not by the sword.
Цікаво. Вони його пригріли.
Don't worry. I'm no bandit or a killer.
Then I was damned lucky that it was you who turned up. There are plenty of killers around these parts.
All right, then. I'll go and look around for your thieves.
Thank you. I'll head back to the castle for now and think of a way to repay you for all of this. You'll find me in the loft, in the tower called the Throne. But first, I'll tidy up here a bit and, most importantly, finally have a sit-down.
Старець стара кухарка, вдівиця молода.
And these legs of mine aren't the youngest anymore.
Невмонічне правило таке. Що там, Рябко? Все добре? Тільки гавкав тут.
Here you go. Take it.
Ну, переможених. М'ясо. Так, Генрі, напевно, і сам міг би поїсти. Так, салямі. 21, ні, треба трошки ще почекати буде. Так, ну що ж, добре, тоді продовжимо ми вже в наступній серії. Цікаво почалось завдання. Мені вже подобається. Так, і вони, ну, напевно, не бандити, бо все-таки не в опалені. Тоді в наступній серії спробуємо відібрати кості і пензлі. А на поки все. Дякую за увагу. Бережіть себе.